So I'm getting started. So, entering into the Slayer's Take today, we have John Rook in his very utilitarian armor, symbol of Ayun across his chest, big shield, to keep himself prepped.
No symbol of Ayun visible.
Alright, no visible symbol of Ayun.
Because, it has to be secrecy.
Okay. Yeah, but he's very, very visible, sort of very utilitarian armor, I believe described as designed to crouch in.
Crouch and dodge and roll in, my god, 5 balls to
squat.
You want it to help with your Dark Souls rolls. You can jump to the side and roll, and it's very effective. So we see John coming in dressed as that. Loxin coming in, leather duster coat over his armor, hat tipped and ready.
Hello Kitty armor, don't forget that.
Oh yes, I forget about that. You've got pink Hello Kitty armor under your duster.
There's a reason I got an upgraded duster coat. It is now magical and cannot tear.
We see Gwyneth come in afterwards. Hair mostly repaired from bad burming.
No, it's all good now. I just haven't had a chance to get conditioner and shit yet.
Oh, so you're not like burnt anymore. You're just kind of grimy.
It's not grimy. She washes every day, but it's not like she hasn't shampooed, so her hair's not like nice.
Oh, okay. Good to keep up to date on Gwyneth's
It's hard
hair.
to explain.
Yeah, matted would be the word out though. Lucian comes in, covered with a lot less blood than the last time we saw him, and Albert Gallahan Centurius, the XV. Describe your character, because this is the first time I've seen Albert Gallahan.
So Albert is 60 years old and more or less looks like it, despite an unusually lithe build. He's dressed in slightly old, slightly worn out looking chainmail because he hadn't been a soldier in quite a few years before he decided to return to the fighting life. And he has got a white beard, of course. He's more or less as you see him in the picture there.
It's a glorious
sword on
picture
his side and shield on his back
of Knight Santa Claus. He has a happy face. He looks like a sweet man.
He's quite a jolly man.
That's good. A lot of jolly old men in the take.
Albert Galahad has a happy face.
So you guys all make your way inside, and you hear kind of from a side room a little like cluttering noise, and a frazzle-haired woman with glasses. Quite pretty, sort of looks like she's not kind of running a little too fast along, considering the large pile of books she's carrying, comes out and she's like, "Hello, sorry, yes, no, I'm here, I didn't mean to be late," and she trips over the rug and like clatters to the ground, books going everywhere, the sandwich that she was sort of trying to keep hidden in amongst all the books flies out, and this, quite large at this stage, like panther-sized cat comes over and picks up one of the sandwich, and then retreats back to its normal seat and gets comfy.
Loxin rushes over to help her.
I grab Loxin by the shoulder, saying, I'm just slowly shaking my head, and then no.
You're not getting that one, Loxin.
You rush over. It's like John's there as well. It's like, oh, sorry. Oh, hello. I didn't mean to fall. I was just trying to get myself ready. I'm handling the paperwork for Merton while he's on his trip, you see, and I didn't really realize how much paperwork he did.
Wasn't he abducted by vampires?
Maybe. I don't know. I just call that a holiday because it's easier for me to understand.
I thought his name was Burton.
That was the kobold.
Kobold.
Oh,
no,
right.
Martine was the goblin.
Right. Okay. A lot has been happening recently. Gets hard to follow. I just try and stay in the back office for that reason, especially on the Adam days. That's our nickname here for when things get weird. We just call them Adam days. So I'm going to just go over here and sit behind my desk. There we go. Okay. Hi. Hello, everyone. I've got a job for you today. Yeah. You're here to go to hell. Is that the one?
No, that's scheduled for Sunday, the holy day.
Oh yes, that's not that one. You're going to do oh God, what is it? She looks for bits of
paper. We make a trade deal with one merchant from Iman to get some magical bows.
That's right. You're going to go kill the head of that army.
Okay, how long have you
Maybe
been
I
here?
should take a look through these
Oh
papers.
no,
here.
wait, though. Sorry, that's not. It's a busy week for me. No, yes, you're dealing with. They're dealing with me, my dear. And wandering out of a back room is a very fabulously dressed, purple cloaked man.
Is he? Hold up. Is he fabulous or is he fabulous?
Actually,
He's
I'd probably say he's glorious. This man in a slightly sort of a larger man, kind of a little bit of podge, like lives well, thick dark hair, very well made, purple robes with gold trim, and he comes out like, yes, so these are the ones I've got for me and my little job today. Let's have a look at you all. Looks everyone over. My, yes, this will do quite nicely. You've given me some of the stronger ones, I think, here. I'm Gilmore, and he does a rather glorious bow, and goes, and I understand that you are going to be assisting me in getting hold of some rare minerals for my spell components.
But it seems so, yes.
Wonderful. I will warn you, this is going to be a tricky one, quite the dangerous quest, but I've got every confidence in the take. I've used them for gathering components many times in the past.
Well, looks like we're up for the job. You got a couple of man-armored fellas here to help you out.
We shan't let you down, good
Some
sir.
statuesque figures indeed. Although, I must say, that the one in the middle there, you're looking a little long in the tooth for the job, if you don't mind me saying. You do understand golems are rather dangerous beasts, right? They hit like a...
He's got 20 javelins. He'll be fine.
Is
Not to worry.
Galahad wearing full plate armor?
Nah, just chain.
Okay, we need to get you some full plate.
He's saving up.
I'm gonna buy full plate armor, I don't care.
You can't buy
what?
full plate armor right now. You're
But
literally...
what?
First of all, full plate armor takes hours to properly set to a person's body, and you're about to leave. But he looks over and goes, "I did want some proper tough sorts. The thing about golems is they're quite resistant to magic, and that's rather my forte. Hence why sending such dangerous individuals as yourself out to claim it. But I don't want to see anyone get hurt. No, not at all. In fact, you then points at Albert. Yes, I think you're probably the best choice for this little item I brought with me." And he comes over and he pulls one of the many fine rings off his fingers and holds out a ring to you. Now don't worry, this isn't a proposal. You're a little old for me and my heart is somewhat stolen by another.
I'm married myself anyway, so, but,
Lucky woman.
What exactly does this item do?
This is Gilmore's glorious spell storing ring.
Ooh, these are... Oh, my. Does it have a spell at the moment, or should
Yes,
I
it's a little bit of a variation on the normal one I give out to contractors. The only person who can put spells into it is myself, but it can hold a little more for that particular caveat, if you will. Inside right moment are 2 shield spells,
Oh, my.
a lightning bolt spell,
Ooh,
and a jump spell.
jump spell. Well, that'll be useful for getting on and off a horse, that's for sure.
I like this one. Fine fellow. And you can see here, it's like a normal ring spell scrolling, except for it has the Gilmore's Glorious Goods logo imprinted on it in bright embalming. So hopefully that will give you a little bit more kick in the coming endeavours. Although they are quite resistant to magic.
Courtly bow. I give a courtly bow. Thank you, good sir. I won't let you down.
Does a flamboyant bow. And I understand that Lyra has some pies for you as well. And Lyra goes, "What? Pies? Oh no, I do, don't I? Yes, here." And she pulls out a warding pie and a greater healing pie. These are the 2 pies I have for this particular job.
Well, I
Warding.
think
Why, thank you, good lady.
Albert should be taking, at the very least, warding pie.
I
Okay.
mean, we've got John and
Yeah,
Watson
don't-
here.
Remember that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
I mean, you don't
No,
have to take the pie, but I would recommend it.
No, I say give both of them to the old dude. The rest of us should be pretty okay.
Is it there a ward and a healing? Yeah.
Thank
I think the rest of us actually have like lots of healing stuff on us as well.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
you can lay on hands yourself for like nearly like 50 points. You're good. Very good, very good. So a little bit more about this particular job. I'm going to be taking you to my home country of Marquette. Not the actual city itself, but the deserts around there. There's a problem in the area with slavery, I'm afraid. People getting abducted, taken away to work in salt mines, I believe they call it. These salt mines. The creatures that are doing it are what are known as salt devils. Terrible slavers, powerful creatures in their own right, also resistant to magic. But I have it under good authority. They have constructed a salt golem, and the minerals from that would be perfect for my experiments. So I'm going to teleport you all to Marquette, or well, the deserts near it, and then I'm going to need you to go out and find the salt devils and their salt golems and bring them back for me. If you destroy them,
with us
if you destroy them,
wherever we go.
I'm sorry, what's that?
I'm hoping you're not coming with us because one more person to protect is going to make this a lot more difficult.
Oh no, I've hired you to do the job for me. I'm going to teleport myself there, then I'm going to go get a nice refreshing drink, maybe hang out in my glorious mansion, and once you're done, I'll show up and take what I need, and then teleport you all home.
Sounds like a reasonable job.
Sounds pretty good.
Yes.
We
I
will
do want
put
to
you down
stress,
for
though,
that.
these creatures are very dangerous, the salt devils. Do not underestimate them. My voice is getting a little more salesman than fabulous.
Well, we'll be sure to keep ourselves alert at all
We got
times,
into
don't
the
worry.
loophole We got into the loophole part of the contract, did we?
The
Who's typing?
loophole?
Who's typing? No. Nope.
Almond Von Eldridge typing.
No.
Okay, good.
Oh,
Thanks,
gosh,
Adam.
no, the flashbacks.
Oh,
Alright.
dear.
What's
They
going
say
on?
easy, but it's not like he ever
you're at to,
disintegrated anyone.
Take old Equinox with us.
Yeah, and Larkin.
Of course, of course. Anyway, everyone gather round. Gather round. Lyra, it was a pleasure as always. It's a big-ass horse. That's a less big and scary horse, but still rather marvellous. Okay, everyone gather round, And on the count of three, in order for the magic to work, you have to say, Gilmore's glorious goods. Ready? 1, 2,
Inside
3.
check.
You almost
Gilmore's
go.
glorious goods.
Yeah.
Everyone teleports. Zoom. So
It's
there's
like Gwyneth who mumbled a bit.
Gwyneth, you teleport, but you lose a leg in the teleportation because you.
Where's Larkin?
Larkin teleports too. He said Gilmore's glorious goods. All right, so you all teleport, and you appear. It suddenly goes from the cold northern climate that you're all used to, the climate of Vasselheim and its surrounding hinterlands, to oppressively hot, like burningly hot. You are under a raging sun in the middle of, as far as you can see, are sand dunes, rolling sand dunes in pretty much every direction. And you are just standing in the middle of these sand dunes, seemingly in the middle of absolutely nowhere, is a pedestal sticking about 30 feet out of the sand. You're up, and it's only about 15 feet wide, and you guys brought horses, so there might be a moment where the horses like stagger on the edges, and you have to grab them and pull them in a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's 10 to 15 feet wide, so you're all like up on this like, oh, I didn't think about the horses for that one. Sorry. Yes, here we are in lovely Marquette. You guys will have to get yourselves down. Maybe some rope would be helpful.
So, am I actually missing a leg because I might
No.
pay for a construct?
No, you are not missing a leg.
Clockwork leg, yeah.
That's why Varus never was going to die.
But anyway,
He did.
as I understand it, the Salt Devils have been taking people and working off in the southeasterly direction. He points off in a ways. Within this sort of stretch of land. I say land, the desert is all but endless, my dears, but if you head off that way and use your skills, I'm sure you'll be able to track them down. They do tend to be hunting for people in that area.
Yeah, seems reasonable enough.
Oh, the sooner we start, the sooner we can get out of this heat.
So we go in and we try to kill or just capture the soul golem.
No, destroy it, dear boy. Don't try and capture it. It's far too dangerous for that. I just need the material components that exist within it.
Where would we meet you? Inside Vasselheim? Or
No. Once you've done the job, I will appear as if by magic.
Magic. Alright, so you want us to collect materials from this? What in particular?
No, just destroy them. I will come and collect the materials once you've done that.
Oh, alright.
I'm going to be sticking around and keeping an eye on you. I won't be able to. I won't be able to help you at all, but once you've done the job, I should be able to make it to you within a few minutes. But I won't be any help if a fight breaks out. Oh, it's not so much generosity. I just want to make sure I get the stuff and then get you out of here. Oh, 1 second, and he casts another spell, and a door appears. Just appears in the middle of nowhere. Looks inside. Yeah, good. It's all set up. I'll be in here, but I'll be keeping an eye out.
Thank you. Quick question. I don't suppose you have a use of Featherfall or something to help us get down?
Well, for a charming fellow like yourself, I'm sure I can manage. I've always been a sucker for the southern accent of the Badlands. So I'll cast you Featherfall and get you all down. I've also got you some lovely what's it called? Mango juice for the trip. It's very hot out there.
Mango juice prevents cancer.
Just stares at you for a second like...
Does no one get the reference? Does no one get the reference?
No.
It's House MD.
Okay. He just stares at you for a second like... Thank you for sharing. My friend. Go a bit hurt.
He's a doctor. He takes these things very seriously.
Oh, I see. Well, I respect someone who respects their profession. But anyway, off you all trot. Good luck. Try not to get crushed by giant golem hands.
We'll try. Thank you.
Was I turning a bit southern there towards the end? Just a little.
No.
You let your herc out.
Yeah, I can't help it. He's going to do the most. Right. Anyway, good luck, and Gilmore's glorious goods, and he casts Featherfall on everyone. Then I think he just pushes John off the edge, like.
Mate, that's not how Featherfall works. I've read it, but sure.
It is when it's fun. Alright.
Ooh, cool.
You guys all descend, falling, not like feathered slow, but slow enough that you don't hurt yourself. And you land in the sand. You look up, 30 feet above you, there's just this pillar sticking out of the sand. And you vaguely make out like the sound of a door closing above you.
That's a fascinating chat.
Well, I don't know about you all, but I'd rather get out of this heat as soon as I can. We start heading?
Considering that, is the heat like because 3 of us are wearing full plate armor.
Yeah, it's bad. It's not good. If you're out here for too long, that's definitely going to become a problem because you are not properly dressed for the situation.
Nope.
Yeah. Very quickly, Albert, what kind of weapon do you favour?
Longsword and shield.
Do you have a magical weapon?
No.
Did you not get the mace?
I had been asking about buying one off someone, but the conversation didn't get completed.
Okay.
So,
You
no.
can borrow my flail.
Ooh, I've never used a flail before.
Yeah, it's a +1 flail.
Just make sure You don't have that axe anymore, do you?
Oh god, I'm not using that thing again.
Good.
Yeah, don't axe.
No.
Thanks. Sorry now, guys, for being a drag.
Everyone's
So
a drag early on, man.
you're giving him
You're here to gain experience, and then someday you'll save our lives.
you're giving him your +1 flail. What are you using, Lucian?
I'm using my packed greatsword.
Okay.
Ooh.
You will have to spend an hour tuning to it.
+1 weapons don't require attunement.
Don't
No.
they? Oh, okay.
No.
Then no.
No.
If it's not on a Why are you going? No, I don't know. I haven't had a +1 weapon. I'm sorry. I haven't memorized the rulebook front to back, John. Yeah. Okay. That's fine then. You can just pick it up and use it as effectively as Just pick it up. Has a nice
you,
heft
good
to
sir.
it. There's still a little bit of hag blood on it.
I will clean this for you when I'm done.
Don't lick that.
Oh, don't worry about that. I was saving it for later.
Lucian always has the best hand-me-downs. Doctor says hefting his lance.
People
All right.
back to good news yet?
Oh yes, I've impaled quite a few people.
You had to go at some fey creatures with that. I remember. Right. So do you guys head off into the sandy dunes around Marquette?
Yeah.
I guess.
Doom! Yeah, we do.
I guess there's 4 of us. We could you could get 2 people on a horse and just try to make some time.
There's 5 of us total.
I think that might be a little much.
I
for
think the
horses.
horses can probably take. They can take 2 people, but they can't take 2 people in full plate.
Yeah,
I
and
think
also in this weather.
I mean, I'm also
I just
like,
can't
it's
count.
middle
Okay.
full plate, it's kind of like light, it's not that...
I know it's
not
still
that-
quite heavy though. It halves the weight, but it's still quite heavy. I think the horses with the weight and stuff, they could maybe take Gwen and somebody in Mithril, but the other one will just be taking 1 person. So 2 people will still be walking.
I'll be walking, I guess.
Okay.
Are we in just the sun, going to a crypt, or are we near it?
I mean, you don't see anything. You just see rolling sand dunes. You got to go find what you're looking for. It is oppressively hot. Like, just to say, it's just the sun. It is.
Yeah.
It is burning heat coming down on you. It's going to be a problem pretty quick. Luckily, it seems like the juice Gilmore gave you is like magically chilled in some way. So it's like you've got a big bottle of like always cold juice, but that will run out eventually.
We need to find this place fast.
Yep. Oh, I'm very glad for my choice of headwear right now.
I would like to send Gertrude one way, and the rest of us go another, because Gertrude can just
Yeah,
come back to me.
Gertrude's ideal for hunting, for scouting in this kind of like large, open terrain. Could you make a perception check with Gertrude, and the rest of you? Could you make a Could I get one of you to make a survival check for the party?
5 plus 5. Actually, no. Yeah, plus 5.
Probably
But I don't
cleric.
know. I'm not glad you don't have proficiency in it.
So yeah, just
Could
a
I have-
perception check from Gertrude then, and a survival check as well. If anyone else is trained in survival, they could help you with it.
Oh, I'm used to survival. I would assist you.
There we go.
Could I have also
Nice.
Guidance.
yeah.
Yeah, you can use guidance because you'd be like muttering a prayer while you're off doing this. All right, Gertrude is not used to deserts and is really struggling to get used to it.
Yeah, she's a winter owl. She is now accustomed to freezing cold, but heat is like she just melts.
Yeah, there's a lot of heat haze and stuff to confuse things. But you can
And survival, you said?
survival, yeah, with advantage from Albert's expert assistance. 20, yeah, okay, 20's plenty. You travel for a little time. There's kind of the Lawrence of Arabia sweeping, sweeping shots with dramatic music as you go along, and you slowly kind of make your way across the desert, and it's horrible. Like, you're all people used to the cold, being made to stomp through desert. You're not used to it. Your horses aren't used to it. Those of you on your feet are like slipping. it's pretty bad. And the heat it's starting to get to you, but you do eventually you kind of crest a particularly high sand dune ridge. A couple of you like staggering a little farther back, and you come up and looking around. Albert, sort of with John and Albert, kind of point off in the distance, and you can see what looks like some old sandstone structure a couple of miles away through the sand. Just kind of, it looks like an old ruin or half-buried outpost or something. Just a wee distance away. It's hard to see through the heat haze, but you notice it.
I would like to insight check myself to see if that's an illusion.
Sure.
I'll illusion, but I'm wrong.
Mirage.
I'll yeah, whatever. Do you guys start heading in that direction?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you just want to get this over with, so you start like moving through the sand in that direction, heading down the dune.
I feel like Gwen would have pulled her hood up, try and get some of the heat off of her head.
Yeah, all of you will have hoods up in some variety, trying to keep it off your head. It's not so bad for you, Gwyneth. I mean, like, wearing leather in the desert is not good. You are uncomfortable. But you can see, like, Lucian and John and Albert and Loxin are all really struggling in the heat. They're just sweating. Loxin's, like, normal sort of boyish charm face is just drenched in sweat, and it's like hair's sticking to him.
Yeah.
I think for once, Lucian's actually taken his helmet off. It's that hot. And just, got his shield over his head to block the sun. But yeah, you guys, you move through the desert and slowly kind of approach this sandstone structure. And eventually, when you get kind of closer, you can see there probably was a structure here, but it's mostly collapsed over time. And where there was once this structure, it's mostly been buried apart from like a tall, flat-roofed centralized building and a few bits of stone sticking out of the roof, out of the sand. Sorry, but you do notice, because some of you are quite perceptive, you notice there is what looks like a fairly new ballista has been made on top of the sandstone.
You mean a big crossbow?
Yes, I mean a ballista, a big crossbow.
Yeah, just because like maybe it's a trebuchet and maybe it's a catapult.
Nope, those are all completely different things from ballistas.
I know, but
Yeah, there's a big ballista, a big crossbow up there, kind of pointing in the direction.
Is it manned?
That's looking strange.
Roll a perception check for me.
Oh dear God. Why did I ask that question?
It's really hard to see anything with the heat because it causes like an unfortunate rippling heat haze. So while there's not much between you and there's a little sand in the air, a little heat. It's very hard to make out.
Can I see anyone?
No one can really see anyone at the moment. You really are still too far away.
I would like to send Gertrude over there to fly over and just be there.
Okay. Could you have Gertrude? Yeah, so Gertrude flies over.
Mm-hmm.
Has a circle around. Has a look. What does Gertrude do when she gets there?
She just looks if anyone is trying to shoot her down. If so, she returns promptly. If not, she just sits there and stays there.
Okay, so yeah, Gertrude goes over, lands, looks around, spots spear. 13. Does that hit Gertrude?
Yeah, it does. She's poofs.
Yeah. So she looks around, kind of curiously, and then she notices, and you see this through her eyes. She notices sort of a person.
That's 60 feet. Is she that close? Mm.
You said she landed effectively.
Yeah. I guess she landed when it was safe.
So she was just up on one of these rock things. She was looking around. Yeah, she noticed a kind of something dressed sort of tribally, in sort of desert tribes clothing. Not quite sand person from Star Wars, but that kind of wraps and loose clothing and a headdress. And they notice the owl and point at it and then throw their spear just as she tries to take off and poof, clips the owl and it poof, turns into nothingness. And once that happens, you maybe sort of make out signs of a little bit of movement through all the heat.
Something coming towards us?
No, just like people notice that, and there's like a little bit more movement in amongst the sand and the heat haze.
Right. Well, I don't know how we're going to get closer to this. I guess it's a lot of just open land between that and us.
Yeah, a lot of sandy open land. Once you get there, there's stuff sticking out of the sand, but it's really just a buried city. You're somewhat obscured by the heat haze, and a little bit of sand in the air when it gets windy. Other than that, it's open.
Would I have a clear shot to the ballista?
You're quite far away right now.
Am I more than
I
600
don't think our best
feet from
intention
it?
is to shoot Gwyneth.
You are more than 600 feet right now. I was giving you like very early information, or well, maybe I don't can't really picture 600 feet in my head. But you have a shot in ballista. You would need to get a little closer just because the visibility is so tricky with the heat haze. Like you wouldn't be able to stand 60 feet away and make stuff out very effectively. But you would be able to get
fair enough.
You would have a clear shot. So when I do the map, if you want to say you're like 60 feet off the map, I think that would be okay.
I assume that no one talking to these people would be out of the question.
Depends on what languages they have, because I didn't take tongues today, unfortunately, guys.
Also, these could be the people making the golem. I don't think they're just going to let us walk up and, beat on it for a while.
I can cast comprehend languages when it comes to it.
Well, you may be able to
Stranger
understand what they
paladin every
say,
day.
but they may not be able to understand what you say. It depends. Frankly thinking, I don't know if these are all that friendly. They shot down an owl. I don't think we should immediately attack them.
Well, they might have just been hungry. Don't imagine there's much meat available out here. Probably pretty annoyed whenever their kill just kind of went poof.
Well, I could always approach and
Get ballisted?
well, potentially yes.
I mean, I think the best idea is just to move forward, because this heat is painful, and I would much rather fight devils and demons than just stay here.
Well, that's true. What I was going to suggest, if I move forward and get their attention, other people can try to slip around to the side, maybe.
I don't know if you noticed, we're not exactly the stealthiest group out of old Gwyn here.
As your pink armor flaps in the sunlight.
Pink and just black. Just the perfect contrasting colours for desert.
You make an excellent point. Shall we just charge?
I think
I don't think we should
try to
try
make our way up.
ourselves. Yeah, I think.
Try not to act threatening. Approach slowly. Keep the cover. And if they start firing, we're just going to have to make a run for it.
Alright, is that what you do?
Yeah.
Alright, you guys begin to make your way across the sand between you, sort of keeping yourselves ready. Some of you mounted, sort of clip-clopping through the sand on your very unhappy horses. And you see a little movement kind of in amongst it, people sort of noticing you, as you're not really hidden. And then, when you're maybe 200 feet out, there's you see like some people moving up on that structure, or some figures moving up on that structure. They look a little blocky, kind of big and not quite cumbersome, but something a little off about them to the more perceptive of you. And you notice, they are prepping a bolt into the ballista.
Okay, guys, I think it's time, and I guess we charge. Do we?
Well,
Best way to deal with any situation.
How far away are they when they start prepping the ballista?
I'd say 200 feet.
Like 200 feet-ish.
Okay, I cast Sanctuary on myself, and I start moving forward.
Alright, you guys...
Taking the dodge action, moving forward.
No, I just dashed forward.
I guess I would back up away from the group a bit, find somewhere where I can sort of get a decent shot at the guy launching it.
I mean, again, it's there's sand and like stuff between you. You kind of have to move forward to have a proper visual. It's vision, not cover.
Alright, well,
Bucket
move
dash.
forward using as much cover as I can.
Yeah. If you want, when we go to the map, you can be a fair bit away from the rest of the party, like in a different location if that's what you like. All right, so you guys all move up, kind of seeing that things get awkward, without like giving you any hail or anything. There's as one of them does fire off one of the bolts from the ballista. Now, just see if this actually works. Does a 23 hit Lucian?
I'll shield that.
All right, so you raise your hand, activate a shield, and this big ballista bolt bashes into your shield. It splinters into 1,000 pieces, and with kind of realization of these people are just opening fire on you, you press forwards, and
I don't think they're friendly.
as you kind of get a little further forward, you finally get like a better visual as the sort of sand kicks down a little bit, and the adrenaline kicks in, and yeah, I've taken you to your battle map.
So I was definitely dashing, but how are you? Are you dodging and moving, or we're dashing and moving?
I mean, we're going to roll initiative in a second, and it will all kind of be decided from that. Yeah, Gwyneth, you can be over there. If you want to say as well, you're like 30 feet back further, Gwyneth, that's fine.
Yeah, she'd be like, because she's been hit with giant ass pointy things before, and she doesn't want to experience that again.
Pointy ass things.
All right, initiative.
Mind out of the gutter, Loxon.
That's where it lives. All right, so yeah, you can see these things. There's a bunch of these sort of get people in desert wear, kind of lining up in the front with spears, and then yeah, you see these kind of. Now that you can get a little closer, the creatures kind of mind the ballista do not look entirely human. Not entirely human at all. Right, so yeah, if you're on the horses, you can maybe move forwards an extra 30 feet if you want to kind of show you kind of were galloping along a little bit, or you can just be back if you were staying with the others.
Yeah, it's good.
That's my role because I would have come up in stealth.
Okay, that's fine. All right, let's get some. So yeah, they just open fire on you. There's no like attempt to parley or like chatter. They see you, and you can hear them like talking to each other. But they don't. And yeah, you notice there's like bits of buildings sticking out of the ground and stuff. And yeah, Gwyn, you're the first to kind of react after everyone kind of gets themselves into position. You can see what kind you can see. Are you like 30 feet back? Or are you exactly where you are on the map?
I'd probably be a little further back than that.
Okay.
I will shoot at these guys up here. You said I have advantage, yeah?
You are stealthed. They have cover, but I think you've got sharpshooter now, don't you?
Yes.
So, yeah, you'd have advantage for being basically invisible to them for stealth.
Yeah, so I will attempt to use the stealth to the best of my advantage and sharpshooter.
All right, 20 hits, and he takes 22 damage. Is your bow magical?
No, it is not. It's just a plain old bow.
I need to get you that magical bow.
She has magical arrows for now, and we are getting that magical bow today.
Okay.
Was it a magical arrow?
And then she disappears into. Yeah, fuck it. I'd have used a.
Well,
just to try it out.
You didn't say you were, so you'd have to declare after.
No, I did. Yeah, I didn't even think about those. I forgot I had them. So
yeah, so you see your arrow like strikes this creature, and it kind of bounces off it, like snaps on its hide. It staggers a little bit, but doesn't seem as wounded as you'd like from that kind of hit.
Yeah, she dips into a wisp of dust and hides again.
Okay. John Rook.
Okay, so I was saying this. I cast action and began charging. Did I cast Sanctuary or do I cast it now?
You've already casted Sanctuary. It's a bonus action. You'd have been able to get that off.
So I am moving here. And I am gonna say to Albert, come here quickly to me now, please, home. And I'm gonna hold my action to throw the Dust of Disappearance until Albert gets in range.
Albert, it's your go. There's this guy yelling at you in a really annoying voice.
Okay, I move here.
I throw the Dust of Disappearance. Unfortunately, I didn't copy it over, but I did buy it, so I need to ping it somehow.
It's actually just a sneezing. We all die.
No. It shows in the shop what it is.
Unless the shopkeeper's fucking with you.
I really fucking hope not. Come on, I pay him the price. I don't get haggled.
Yeah, make you really salty if I decided that, wouldn't it? Right, so it's a fine salt goes into the air. And there's enough for one use. Alright, so everyone becomes invisible.
For 2d4 minutes, I'll roll that, okay?
Okay, sure, won't be relevant in this combat. So... And is that invisibility...
Don't attack, just move.
That's invisibility as the traditional invisibility?
Yeah, so don't attack, don't cast spells, just move in range.
Okay.
Okay.
Everyone is suddenly invisible. Anything else, Albert? Because that was on your turn.
Just the dodge action, and I've moved as far as I can, so I'm good.
Loxin.
Right. Can I get Equinox through here, or would I have to go around?
You can get through there. They're quite large gaps. Yeah.
Okay. God damn it.
Just out of range.
I was like, I could get in and attack them, but then I'll break into invisibility and I'll be the only one they can see.
That is a risk.
Yeah.
But you also do at some stage have to start murdering them.
Yeah. I don't suppose they all have higher than 11 dexterity today and get to go before me.
Let's have a look. Actually, they might do. Let's have a look. Tribal warriors. They have 11 dexterity. Roll off! Roll 1d20. I got. They're going first. They want this.
Oh shit.
Alright, Loxin. So these tribal warriors actually go now. They run up about 30 feet or so.
That's the part where they all throw fire bombs and kill all of us.
God, that'd be awesome. I wish I could do that. And how far away are they? They can't see you now because you're invisible. So they run up and prep their spears to attack anyone who comes into range. Now it's your turn, Loxin.
Oh god.
I did nothing to help you.
Oh, fuck it. Alright. Alright, well, at least we're closer now. I gotta move up to there. And...
Just that has advantage.
I could also take the dodge action.
Just start killing people.
No, I'm gonna start killing things.
Yeah, I was gonna
Equinox
say.
is gonna dodge. So don't want horse to die. Yeah, so time to take some stabs and oh, actually no, before that, my first action, that's gonna break invisibility. I'll be sacrificing advantage, but this could be very, very important, is I'm going to use a Shield of Faith.
Alright, so your AC and the AC of your horsey increases. Your horse can't take the dodge action while you're riding it. It's just...
when you're on a mount, it can take 3 actions. It can take dodge, disengage, and dash.
I thought when you were on a mount, it just, became your movement
Yeah, you
speed.
control it if it was on your turn, and it can only take those 3 actions.
Oh.
You can relinquish control and it can do whatever it wants, but when mounted, it can do those
I
3
didn't know
things.
that.
Then it's an NPC.
Fair enough. Okay, so it dodges. You run up.
Yeah.
Stab with javelin
And
or stab with thingy.
yeah, I imagine there's a lot of spears coming at me now.
Oh, I mean, actually, they're not in range. I mean,
Oh,
they could throw.
cool.
I suppose they're going to throw them at you because.
Yeah.
So 1, 2. I think those miss. These ones actually can't see you because there's a big chunk of stone in the way, or they can, but it's not a really clear shot, so they're not going to throw their spears at you. So yeah, just 2 come flying at you.
I'm fine. And stab at 1.
Yep, that definitely hit that one.
8. Yeah, not great roll. And then same one.
Yeah,
17,
you drive your lance through one of them. They scream and fall to the side. And yeah, you take one down with your heart taker.
Yeah. Alright, that's it.
Lucian.
Is there a way up onto the roof with the blister?
Climbing up the thing. It's about 15 feet up, so it would take your whole movement to climb up there. Then you'd be pulling yourself up on top. You wouldn't be able to do it with the horse.
Well, no. Slightly too far.
Also, 600 feet is about half the Empire State Building.
Damn.
Okay.
Good to know.
So, Larkin and Lucian will come over here, and Lucian will dismount.
All right.
And
This creature. So you can get a better look at this creature now.
Yeah.
He's human-sized and vaguely human face with kind of an equine face, and his whole body appears to be like created from like rock salt, like thick salt. And he's carrying a scimitar in one hand, and like there's many like jutting spikes of salt coming off of him.
Okay, I'll use Lucian's action to climb up.
Okay, so you pull yourself up onto the top there.
Still invisible.
Still invisible. All right.
Wait, what the hell?
I'm guessing Larkin's invisible too.
Yeah.
Everything.
Why is
Yeah.
Loxon suddenly over there? What the fuck? Was
Okay.
Loxon suddenly over behind a rock next to Gwyn for anyone else?
No, creepy stalker.
That was weird.
He suddenly appeared beside me and then went back to his horse.
That was really weird.
Weird.
For some reason, it was showing that I was over there behind that rock.
Okay, so
Okay. Because I've left Larkin rolls into the initiative.
okay, I was gonna have him go in your turn, but that works too.
Yeah. Either works.
Right. The Devil's Stopping. This guy might hear you coming up, is the thing. In fact, he would hear, like, clattering of armor and stuff as you, like, climbed up the wall. You're like,
That's fair.
So he's like, looks around and, like, begins to mutter something. The other one's like, you hear, do you speak Infernal?
No.
Okay, then you just hear, like, something in
do.
Infernal. You're way too far away to hear, though. And he mutters something in Infernal and then, like, grunts as nothing happens. The other one is going to point the ballista in Gwyneth's direction. Oh, actually can't see Gwyneth either. So, in Loxon's direction. Loxon, he fires. Could you make a dexterity saving throw for me?
Okie day. Whoop.
So he fires, but rather than like a big heavy bolt, he fires a net that flies out, wraps around you. It pulls you off your horse, like you get restrained and thrown from your horse. Land with a thud in the sand, and there's this big heavy net wrapped around you. You are currently grappled and restrained by this net.
Yay. Cool.
The other salt devil kind of sees knows an arrow came from a certain direction, growls something at the one above, it growls back, and it casts darkness on it and its friends.
What?
Okay, someone's laughing for a reason. Right,
So he's trying to hide from Lucy in the darkness.
no, they're trying to hide from Gwen.
Okay, so what? Right. Darkness is
15 foot for darkness, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 15. Yeah.
Okay, so I think I have it set for them. Boop. Yeah, darkness, 15-foot radius. Yeah, so they cast that and they move around a little bit so that they can. Sort of see.
I take my opportunity attack.
Great, swing away.
Oh.
All right, you swing and you hit this guy. Not particularly well armored.
Surprising.
Yeah. Your sword cuts him. It's magical, so it hurts him. He's like ah, then grins as he kind of says ah, there you are, and moves up here, so he's close to you. But they're all in the darkness, and Lucian, to you, it looks like they can see just fine in this darkness.
Yeah, I kind of figured it might.
Yeah. Gwyneth, you can't see any of the salt devils. They all just disappeared in this bubble of darkness.
No, but I can see the grunt.
Yeah, you can see these grunts, throwing spears and stuff.
Yeah, guess I'll shoot the one closest to Loxon. Gonna see what all this pizzazz about these +1 arrows are.
Alright, the one closest to
50
Loxon
GP.
you can't see because this is in the way. These are all
Righto,
standing at the ground
so-
10 feet, so they'd be blocking sight. You can see these free.
Yeah, so then is that one alright?
Yeah, they're fine. He's just standing out in the middle of nowhere, spear ready. Ba-doing. They don't look very well armored. This might be a slight waste of a +1 arrow, you think, but you're not sure. I mean, they're not actually horribly armored. It's up to you.
I'll second guess it. God's telling me not to do it, so I'll just shoot with a normal arrow and sharpshooter.
I kind of really want you to miss now with just by one. Yep, that hits fine, and that kills him.
Oh.
The arrow
God.
sticks into it, the
So
warrior's
dead.
chest, and they fall very dead to the ground.
And she disappears from this plane of existence again.
Cool. John Rook.
I say to Galahad, try to be stealthy and not attract attention to yourself. You're still a newbie. And I try
Galahad,
to...
just cast lightning on this asshole. Who does this kid think he is? Take an attack of opportunity.
Okay, first make a wisdom save then. And I'm just gonna take the dash action.
Alright, you trundle forwards in your armor through these old ruins and make it to where you are.
And yeah.
Albert, you're left this kid kind of telling you, just try and stay out of the way, old man.
I'll show him. I take the dash action, but I'm going to move. Let me just make sure I have my distance right here. 15. Perfect. I'm going to move up here alongside Loxon, and then I'm going to action surge to try to free him from the net.
Okay.
Hey.
How are you going to free him? Are you going to try and pull him out, pull the net off him, or are you going to try and cut the stuff away? I
suppose I'll pull out one of my hand axes and try to cut the stuff away.
Yeah, maybe a flail isn't the best for that job. Hold still, Roxon! I've got you! Smash.
That reminds me of how Pike once tried to make sure Dwarf is dead by cutting his throat with a mace.
Alright, yeah, roll an
makes
attack
a lot
for
of
me
sense.
with the hand axe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you manage to you grab some of it, you hack away at a few bits, and Loxon, you are freed from your imprisonment by this dastardly net.
Thanks, Albert.
Though you're not sure from what, because something invisible cut you free.
Oh yeah.
Well, I made an attack, so I'm visible now, haven't I?
I wouldn't say that counts as an attack, since it's not against a living creature. It was more just to make sure you did enough damage to actually break the ropes.
Cool.
But yeah, I'd say you're still invisible.
Oh, okay, that's it for me then.
Cool. Larkin, the Wonder Horse.
Can't see in the darkness,
Nope.
so she'll charge down here and try to maul some of these guys.
Which is really terrifying to see a horse maul something. It grabs it with its big horse legs, starts spinning around.
Chomping into giant horse
Yeah.
teeth.
Yep, that's a sound hit, and you see this woman is this person's badly injured. and they are trampled to the ground, where their head is staved in by a mighty horse hoof. It's terrifying.
Oh, how I misblock.
Oh.
This tribal warrior had a held action to throw a spear that it never took, so it's going to throw it at Larkin. Yeah.
That misses.
Okay. It's then that tribal warrior's turn, so it's going to stab it with one of his other spears.
Oh.
Yeah! 5 damage. But that's all it
There
gets.
goes the 8.
Tribal warriors just went. Loxin. Masson.
That feeling when a crit would hit.
Oh, there was another tribal warrior I didn't see. This tribal warrior is going to... It's going to... Loxin's still prone, so it's going to move up to Loxin and stab down at you. Yeah.
22. I have 23. Nope.
Okay. How have you got 23?
+2 from the
Shield of Faith, yes.
Shield of Faith.
Yes, you go cast it earlier. Okay, so it comes up, stabs down at you. I should have probably made you make a concentration check for that when you got knocked off your horse, but that's fine.
I have +10 to concentration saves.
Yeah, you'd have been fine. God damn you min-maxing bastards. Alright, Lucian, it's your go. You're in the darkness. But you can see fine.
Home.
Yep. You're surrounded by these free kind of unnerving creatures made of salt. They kind of make a crickling... it's like crunching a pack of crisps every time they move.
Okay. I cast Divine Favour.
Okay.
Very quickly add that to my greatsword. It's weird that the turn came around that quickly.
Yeah, it's
And
a small encounter.
Yeah, I shall try to hit it.
You miss. Like, your slash goes wide.
Try to hit it
It's
again.
pretty easy to hit, but not that easy. Yep. 11s everywhere. 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11. Yeah, nope. You strike, but you miss the creature each time.
The plus side is no one can see this happening, so
Yeah.
I'm being incredibly valiant up here for everyone else to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one can see you suck.
No one can see your shame.
No one can see your shame. In the darkness, 2 of the Salt Devils are going to call out in Infernal. Just calling out into the winds. But neither of them are answered. The Salt Devil fighting you, Lucian, reaches out a hand and, like, salt sprays out towards you. Strikes into your armor, pushes into your armor, and I need you to make a... Where is it? Boop. Can you please make a Constitution saving throw? I think that... Yeah, the DC is actually 13. Yeah, DC 13 con save. Alright, so you only take half damage.
Okay.
And your HP isn't reduced by 42.
Yeah, and it feels... The only way to kind of describe it, like, it's nothing you can really have, like, context for. It feels like there's salt in your very blood. Like, you have salty blood. It's how John feels all the time, and it's just racks your body with pain. But you grit your teeth and fight through the worst of it. Gwyneth?
Could I shuffle or get a line through there?
Yeah, if you moved a little bit, I'm sure you probably could find that shot. So, yeah. There's a big horse in the way, but again,
So,
you're a sharpshooter. So, who cares?
Yeah, so I'll move over here-ish, I guess. That's pretty clean. That's as clean as it's gonna get, really.
Yeah. Take a shot.
Yeah, same as always when I'm from stealth.
17 would hit. So, it kills her. Kills her super dead. Like, and Alex, and you see an arrow appears in this person's face, and they fall to the ground dead.
Nice shot.
It occurs to you this doesn't seem like the main place, so you might want to keep one of them alive to question.
Yeah.
I think we're not gonna do that just despite the gods.
That's fine. You can just spend more time in the desert hunting for the actual place
I
you
mean,
can find.
you. Joking aside, you really should not lock something behind one part.
I haven't.
You could just wander around the desert, for a day or two. That's good.
I think I want to interrogate the devil.
Right, so, John Rook, it's your go.
While standing here, invisible, I shout, "Lucian, you're right there. You're alive. Do you need healing?"
All good.
Yeah, and I didn't expect a reply, just asked in case he is dead, because what do I know?
I've definitely replied then.
Lucian doesn't reply, doesn't die, the people around him do, that's how it works.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, I'm invisible and I would have advantage, but I also sold my dagger to Joe, so... Oops. I would like to dash to, move up there, I guess, how tall is that? Do I need
It's
climbing?
50, it takes an entire movement action to get to the top. So
30 feet.
Yeah.
I will move that.
Okay,
and then I'll begin moving up. I have 20 feet remaining, so I get 2/3 the way. But
yeah, you're about halfway up, hanging onto the wall.
Yeah, and that's my turn.
All right, Albert Galahad. Said Jurius.
Okay, I assume Larkin is going to take care of that last guy, so I'm still invisible.
Yes, you are.
So I'm just going to move up to there. I might as well dash. 4, 5. I'll stop there, and I'll end my turn there.
Yeah, and in front of you there's just this, impenetrable, void of darkness. Larkin, the Wonder Horse.
Well... yeah, she'll just hoof that guy.
Okay. She critically does not hoof the guy.
Oh.
In return, the guy tries to stab. Yeah, and doesn't stab very well either. So their epic duel continues. Locks in.
Yeah. So I think I skipped over my last turn.
Did we?
Oopsies.
Maybe. Sorry if we did.
Yeah. Could I have maybe just stood up on a turn? Just done that? So I'm not flat on my ass.
Yeah, sure.
Cool. Alright. I took a nice single time getting up. I'm going to then... Can I get to there?
Yeah,
I guess I can hop
sure.
on Equinox and get there. Go.
Yeah, you can get there.
Yeah. Go over. And I gotta get the axe out. And I'm going to try to knock this person out with the haft of it.
Okay.
Whoop. Oh!
Bump. Yeah, very unconscious. Just crack them on the top of the head. They slump to the ground. And they are out. Out for the count.
Alright. I can't really see what's going on inside there, so I'm just gonna, I don't know. Let's say that's it.
Okay.
I don't know what to do about the darkness
If
cloud.
someone can dispel it, that would be great.
Yeah. No.
Lucian, it's your go.
What darkness?
You
I'll
just
just
feel
keep
nice
flailing.
and shaded. Yeah, you
Hopefully
did a
I'll
lot
roll
of
a
flailing
2.
last turn. Let's see if we can get some more 11s. I think 11 is the number of the... That's not an 11. Yeah, smash him with your greatsword for... What's that? 14?
Smashing.
18 damage. Good solid hit. Team, there was no advantage,
Oh
but...
my god.
Yeah.
12 plus 16 more. Yeah, you can see this one's staggered and quite badly hurt after that assault.
Good.
Assault.
Ah.
No, that's what they do to me.
And in Infernal, it growls at you something about, typical great weapon paladin asshole. And the other two devils. So yeah, devil's turn again. So the main salt devil, who has been hit twice, is going to... Well, I'll see what the other two do first. The other two One of them, the other one up on top of Lucian, can see Lucian quite nicely, so points in hand at Lucian, salt flies in Lucian's direction. DC 13, con save, please.
Oh god.
We can do it again? Shit.
Nope, this was a different one doing it this time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you only take half damage. The other one points out of the darkness and does it to our good friend Loxon.
Alright.
I also need to make a concentration check.
That's a high roll.
Please make it. Yeah, you take quarter damage.
Yeah.
Quarter damage?
I
Asthma.
resist to necrotic.
Oh, nice. Did not know you were an asthma. I thought that was a half-orc.
Partial half orc. 14d6.
Yeah, harm. That was a good roll on harm.
Yeah.
I prefer inflict wounds. I can use luck on that.
Sure you do.
7.
Right, the other one is going to
13.
just basically engage Lucian now, start swinging its scimitar. The Tome of Beasts have not been filled out very well, some of these monsters, I've been finding out today. So, if you just give me 1 second. I had problems with another monster I was thinking of using.
Hey, which dust devil is holding the darkness?
You don't know.
Yeah, you don't know, you can't see them.
Oh,
I have the one in my head. I know which one it is.
Okay.
But
Cool.
there is one in particular who has it up. He hasn't.
I can see through darkness if I make it, but otherwise I'm kind of fucked.
All right. So 2 attacks on Lucian. 1, 2, both miss horribly. Right, Gwyneth, it's your go. You can't see anything apart from Loxon.
Did I see whatever smacked Loxon in the face for 55 damage?
You just saw Loxon's body seize up for a second and him stagger, but you didn't see.
So
It was a spell, but you didn't see a direct caster.
Would I have noticed what sort of spell that was?
You haven't seen the spell cast yet because
I
it's been
know
cast.
that spell.
Well, yes, but it's been cast in the darkness and
Yeah.
beyond the darkness, out of your vision, so you haven't seen it yet.
Okay, fair enough.
If you do see it, you'll probably know what it is.
I'm going to aim about here because that's where I last saw the guys before the darkness went up.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I'm going to shoot with a +1 arrow. I don't know what they do yet.
They just add plus
Well, I'm
1
gonna
to your
use
roll and plus
one.
1 to your damage. Okay,
So
that's
16?
you fire into a space that there is not a devil, unfortunately, because they are deliberately shuffling around to avoid that kind of happening.
Oh, well.
So you fire, and unfortunately your shot clinks and misses, sort of. Though you don't see, you just see it disappear into the darkness, and you have no way of knowing if it hits or not.
Alright.
John Rook.
I climb up the rest of it using double movement, so I have 20 feet remaining. Is that devil there? Do I see him, or is he just in the darkness?
He's in the darkness. He wouldn't have left anything of himself poking out of it.
This is a bit difficult. Would it be metagaming to know whether or not dispelling the darkness would break my sanctuary? It's not a harmful effect on them. It just...
I don't. If you click Sanctuary, I could maybe have a look at it. And
I mean, I know it will break invisibility, just not sanctuary.
if you click the Sanctuary spell, I can have a look at it and give it a ruling. Let's have a look. Harmful. Yeah, it wouldn't be a harmful effect to dispel a spell. So it wouldn't break the Sanctuary. It'd break the invisibility, but it wouldn't break your Sanctuary.
Yeah, so I dispel magic.
Alright, we dispel magic. The darkness pinks out of existence. And it disappears. And suddenly, you can see devils. You'd have to climb up the rest of the way first, obviously, so you're up at the top of the corner.
So
You can't cast spells and climb it and be hanging onto a wall. So
yeah, at first I climbed up, then I cast the spell magic. So
Yeah,
I'm at the top. Have 20 feet remaining, right?
yep, you do.
I get next solution. So how's it going, buddy?
They hurt.
Can't help you there.
Albert Galahad.
Okay.
Yeah, you can now see these devils have appeared from the darkness.
Right. I'm going to switch to my flail. Oh no, hang on, sorry, that's two directions, isn't it?
Hmm?
Because I'm still holding my hand axe.
You can drop it.
Yeah, you can drop the hand axe and draw your flail
Okay,
as you
good.
move.
I draw my flail, dropping the hand axe. Still invisible, I moved here, and I'm going to ready an attack to
Okay.
smack that guy as soon as someone else is alongside him.
Okay. Interesting. So you go up and you're just like holding your weapon ready to hit him. Like, and you're keeping an eye on Loxin, like, come on, Loxin. Larkin.
We'll charge the.
So you're watching Loxin, like, come on, Loxin, come on, attack, and then just horse out of nowhere, foot to the face, smashing this devil to the ground. Like, Wonder Horse. Misses with the second hoof, it rolls out the way. But yeah, now you can attack now, Albert, and the devil is actually prone, so you get advantage. You have advantage, and then you slam him in the head with your magic weapon.
Right.
Nice.
So he's now marked. He has disadvantages on attacks against anything but me.
You've gone, what's it called? The Cavalier. Yeah. That's the fighter I want to play one day, Cavalier.
A non-horse riding version.
I mean, they only have one ability about riding horses, and the rest are about defending people. That's why they're cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's a really nice class.
Yeah, I really want to play one. I want to play a Hobgoblin one for some reason. But that'll be a different campaign.
Play, as third class because you don't play anymore.
Well, I'm running games for all you people, that's why.
I never played that before, but I still miss third class.
I know. He's in a game this week. Right, so the devil is smashed to the ground, and then it's Loxin's go.
Right. Weird question. Lads, I have disadvantage if I attack things within 5 feet. If something's prone, do I...
You can still attack it from your normal distance. Like, it's prone, but, you can, like, lower the lance tip, it's fine.
Alright, I just got to move up and just take some stabs at him while I was on the floor.
Alright, stab.
Take some hearts.
Yeah, both of those hit. 12 each, so it's a magic weapon, so it's 24 damage.
Boom, boom.
Yeah, you drive your lance down, it pierces into it, like, salt bashes off it and fills the air, it, like, hisses in pain. Didn't enjoy that.
Nice. Yeah, cool. That's all I know for now.
Okay, Lucian.
I'm gonna try and kill this fucker.
Make him unconscious, please.
Alright, yeah.
Oh my god, those rolls!
That's pretty crazy. That's 17.
Still standing?
Still standing. These are tough creatures, it seems.
Let's change that.
Okay, yeah. 27 for 11 damage.
And I'll throw a smite into it.
Ooh, okay. Unsurprisingly, it is in fact a fiend.
Yeah. Oh, like it matters.
Okay, so yeah, you hit it. Are you trying to render it unconscious or like smite it from the face of this earth?
I am trying to smite it from the face of this earth.
That is a fair thing to do. That is your job, effectively, as a paladin. You swing your greatsword, smash into the side as hard as you can, and it sort of shatters. And salt fills the air, and the salt like falls off the edge. And then more salt is directed towards you.
Okay.
And you move up to the next one. He like hisses at you like, Paladin.
Min-max.
No.
Not actually that much.
I know. Like him. He goes fucking hexblade. Then he is going to cast. Yeah, seeing you come up. Yeah, he doesn't want the other people to attack him. He casts darkness. Zoom.
Counter spell.
You don't have counterspell.
I know.
So he casts darkness. So the darkness reappears.
I tried Gwyneth, that's why I didn't try it before.
And then he is going to adjust. He goes up here, so he's also touching John.
But I saw which one cast darkness, right?
You saw him pass darkness, yeah, it was this guy here. He went, and darkness appeared from his hands and then swirled around. The other one is going to pull himself to his feet and is going to attack Galahad because,
Because,
kind of has to. Because you're challenging him. Swings once, twice. Oh, 21.
21 hits.
Alright, you take 7 damage, and I need to make a DC 15 con save, please. Yeah, you pass handily. So you don't take the 2 necrotic, and you don't gain a level of exhaustion.
I also resist damage by 3, so I take 4 damage.
Physical.
Oof.
I did that backwards.
Yeah,
we go.
you're heavy armor master. Yeah, he's not got a magic sword, I don't think, so... Yeah, no, so you're fine. So you take 3 less. You only take 4 damage. It gives you a hack.
Through playing Finch, I've realised that not many creatures actually do magical attacks.
Gwyneth, it's your go.
I am going to ready a +1 sharpshooter for the first fucker to appear out of darkness.
Okay.
I mean, it could be me.
Yeah,
Okay, the first child.
Finally, my chance has come.
John, it's your go. You can't see anything. You can sense there's one next to you, like he's moved up towards you. But you can't see anything. You're basically blind.
It's a 3rd level spell to dispel, and I don't want to waste those. So I would like to shove him.
You'd like to what?
I would like to shove him, jog push him, come out of here.
Okay.
Push him out.
Make a athletics check for me. He's going to make one as well. He gets a 13.
I could make that, maybe.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh, no, you try. You both kind of brace yourself against each other for a second, and you don't quite manage to push him away.
Also, I would like to probably move.
Yeah. Your sanctuary drops, by the way, from doing that.
Yeah, I think that's why I just move after the top.
You stagger around and eventually find your way out of the darkness. You're like, there we go. Oppressive desert sunlight again.
Well, it's better than being hit by a blade.
Yeah. Albert, your cataracts kicked in and you are completely blind.
I'm well used to this. So, what I was going to do was I was going to try to shove to knock prone, but in the darkness, is there any change to trying to shove someone back?
No, I'm going to say... I mean, it is technically an attack, but I think as long as you can find your hands on something, you can shove it, He might get advantage on his check, but I won't give you disadvantage. Because he can defend himself a little better. Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Okay, I'm going to try to shove him back 5 feet to get him out of the shadow then.
Okay.
Would he still be in it?
I mean... Technically... Well, you could shove him diagonally, we'll say. If you just take a wee step to the side, like here, and shove him, then he'd be out of the darkness.
Okay.
Not that your character would really know that, but, well, fuck me.
Boom.
Athletics. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if your character really knows that. So, yeah, he falls, he rolls out of the darkness, rolls all the way over to here, rolls along the ground, pulls himself back to his feet. A longbow sticks into his butt. That's a +1 arrow, so it counts as magical now, so it does full damage. So...
Don't want to be rude, but is he prone, or is he just...
He's not prone, because he wasn't
I would
trying
have
to
waited till he got up,
Yeah. 15 plus 20, math, 37? Alright, yeah, that's a solid hit. You see he staggers. He looks very badly hurt by that. It sticks in.
39, I think? Or no, because the arrow wouldn't add on to the sneak damage, would it?
Yeah, no, it would.
No, it's just...
It's all part of the same thing.
Oh, then it should be 38 then, because the arrow still adds the damage. But
yes, the arrow adds 1 to damage. Yeah. So 1 more in there. Boop. All right, yeah, that like it hurt like crap. Loxin, you can actually see the arrows like poking a little bit out of the other end of him, and he's like, ah. Lock
And
in
suddenly
the
the rogue is visible. Hi guys.
Like anything here can attack you from where you are.
Back up and charge.
How about you? Get him some like enchanted. Oh, Larkin!
There are
You've been
other
doing so well.
numbers.
It's either really high or 1. No, Larkin does not manage to keep up his reputation, but maybe Loxin can make up for that.
Yeah. Alright, Equinox is going to disengage so I can move back and use the lance.
Alright, patters back a little bit. I didn't know they could do that. That's going to make certain characters I like to use much more dangerous. Good.
Yeah.
Well, it would have made one character way more dangerous if Gwyneth hadn't killed him before the gate fight even started. Yep, that hits. That hits. You just drive your lance through its face. The head like explodes into dust.
Woo.
I killed someone before the fight started.
I remember there was that guy on horseback in another contract. He was all about mounted fighting with a lance. But, he never got to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, yeah, you just stab your spear for that one's head and it, like, pops like a balloon of salt.
I was going to yell out, another one down!
Lucian?
Let the others know how it's going.
Good job, sir!
Nice shove!
Has anyone seen my eyes?
Well, I guess we know which one was doing the darkness now.
Yeah. Curse that one and try to just take him apart with a greatsword.
That one misses. Thank God. That one hella hits. 28.
Yeah, that's
30, 33.
Yeah. And
He's nearly at full hit points, this guy, but that's going to change pretty dramatically.
what happens when paladins crit. Oof.
That's a bit disappointing.
Wow.
Do you get 2 on that?
Yeah, of course. What do paladins do when they crit? They smite.
I think he's going to struggle to beat a 33 Constitution check.
I'll just say the darkness goes. Fuck it. Not even going to bother rolling. Right, so 20. Yeah, someone do the math for me. I don't bother with the pack. I did the pack bit separately. Just give me the smite real quick. 15,
So
16, 25
That would
for the
be
smite.
57.
25 for the smite. Alright, yeah, badly
Del.
wounded.
237 damage by my maths.
What?
What?
That's what the calculator's telling me when I put all those numbers into it.
Well,
That's
not
lying.
all of those numbers.
That's
Right, yeah, the Salt Devil, like, howls in pain and casts a spell. And,
Do I recognize the spell now?
would you like to make an Arcana, use your reaction to make an Arcana check?
Sure. I don't have much better reactions.
Yeah. You can do that.
Yeah.
He casts Teleport.
Oh!
Like, casts his teleport spell and disappears. So he basically just casts a
Holy
spell
shit.
and bursts into, like, salt, and the salt particles fly up in the air and disappear. You fucked me up.
surprised. They were casting 6-level spells before.
If only I had counterspell! Oh!
Yeah, but he pops and disappears from existence. So yeah, the fight comes to an end.
Wait. Oh, that's teleport, not teleportation circle.
Excellent job, folks. That was some spectacular fighting.
Is this thing that we're on has like a bottom, like which we could maybe hide from the sun because it's very hot?
Not really. Like, there would have been an inside at some stage, but it's been filled with sand. You could
Am I able to...
You could find shade, like using these kind of. It's a 15-foot structure, so, and it's not midday at the moment, so you could find like shade around one side of it.
Well, I think a brief respite might be in order.
Yeah, that he's.
Can I try and get my arrow from the guy where it went through and through almost, and the arrow that missed at the top of the tower?
Any arrow that hits that is a +1 is no longer +1.
Oh, well, there we
I
go.
don't care.
Yeah,
No, just reminding you.
You find one of the arrows, but it appears the magic has been dispelled from it. The other one broke when it hit the tower.
What the fuck am I reading?
Can magical
Sorry.
weapons break, though?
Magic arrows lose their potency when they sort of hit. I think.
Yeah. As soon as they do damage, they become non-magical.
There we go.
But it didn't hit anything, it landed on the tower.
That should be alright then.
I mean, you fired it. It flew. It like hit, you don't get the ones back you miss with. Like they fly. You use up their magical charge when you fire them. So it's like you find it again. It's like off in the sand somewhere, but like the magic's clearly being discharged from it.
Fine. Worth a shot.
Yeah, you like shake it, like maybe a little, a few little sparks come out, and then they're gone.
Turns to ash.
Turns to ash. Turns to salt.
So much. Yeah.
All right,
Thanks
so
for
you guys
the save
all.
there earlier, Albert. I was a bit caught up in that trap there.
My pleasure, good sir. Don't like to see a creature stuck in a net. Are we taking a rest?
I think that would be a very fine idea.
All right, so we're gonna you guys take a short rest. You can find some shade from the tower. It's still swelteringly hot. Could everyone make a Constitution save for me? DC 13.
So happy you say the DC, so I know if I need to use luck. No, not quite.
Wow, guys.
Well,
I have a +10. I should be rolling like that there.
Sometimes you gotta. It's good. You guys roll. So anyone who got under 13, anyone who rolled under 13 gains a point of exhaustion just from the overbearing heat and the fact you're all getting quite tired. But you managed to find shade, so that's why you at least got the saving throw.
what's
And-
your
What's your what?
sorry, I just want to say, Lucian, what's your aura bonus?
5.
Okay. If I was standing in like next to Lucian, that would have made it a 13.
Well, I mean, I don't take into account Lucian's aura for my con saves. Otherwise, come on, guys.
I mean, it's
I
kind of one
think
of
it's
those
just
funny
general
things.
over time. It's not like an instant.
I'll
It's
still
like-
take it because like I crit failed, but
Yeah, I don't think
Maybe
it
for the others.
affects this particular save, as I don't think you're in his aura the entire. Like you're not standing within 10 feet of Lucian for the entire hour. You're probably moving around a little.
have you?
Have you met Loxon with Lucian?
What about Larkin? Will Larkin be in there because Larkin is Lucian's source?
But still, yeah.
I think it doesn't affect this particular save. It's more of a combat protection from evil than a protection from the desert sun sort of thing.
Yeah.
But an hour goes by. You can all roll hit dice. At some stage, the tribal warrior you guys knocked out comes to. You can see they look to be about like 14, 15. They're quite young. They've got like their heads been shaved. They've got some ritualistic scarring on them, and they kind of come to. I assume they've been like tied up by one of you. They're just like, what? Who are you? Actually, they would be speaking in the language of the local dialect, Marquesian. So they look at you and start like saying something angrily at you in Marquesian.
It's like
What's
Marquesian.
wrong with this man?
It's like the one time we don't have any of the new characters who are from Marquette.
Yeah. It isn't like
Car, we got Ale, we got Misha.
yeah, but like there's also the case where is Marquesian that difficult to understand?
I mean, is it that difficult to
Can I
understand
try
Arabic when you've never spoken it before? It's a different
try
language.
Infernal since the other things were speaking it.
Ooh,
You
good
speak
idea.
Infernal? Yeah, you could try Infernal. What do you say in Infernal? Because he just looks at you and like speaks to Marquis like la que la basilar or something.
Who are you and what's with the whatever those armored things are?
All right, so looks at you and in very broken Infernal, like not very good at it, so it goes, Why do you speak language of God?
That's my business, not yours.
I spit
Alright,
on your
guys.
business.
Alright, guys. Do you think we should try to speak with Dad? That could work, maybe?
Let's see what we can get out of living first. No point blowing spells if we don't need them. Let the girl talk.
Where did... I'm assuming they're referring to the thing that went poof into a pile of salt as a god, so I'm like, where did God go?
What mean?
God is dead. Nietzsche.
She sort of, like, you know when you do hand gestures for something exploding? She sort of does that and says, disappeared, gone somewhere.
Right. She says, "How fuck should I know?"
I'm getting nothing out of these.
Does Lucian have any
Gives
idea what the devils were?
You could roll a religion check.
Could I try that too? Because I'm good at those.
Yeah, sure. If you think you'd be thinking about it in that way.
Sure.
I categorize everything I see, even people.
All right,
Wow.
Lucian, yeah, you've got a strong idea. John has basically the same strong idea.
So,
yeah, you both
he
know.
basically told me to go fuck myself.
Well, yeah, he spats anger at you, like young bravado, like, kind of like, well, I don't know, like they disappeared. Disappeared.
I look over my shoulder, make sure no one's watching the sleeves.
Everyone's watching. You're interrogating the prisoner. Everyone is watching.
Can I try a sleight of hand? Oh, he
I know where this is going. I'll get the
notice.
religion check out the way first of all. All right, Lucian and John, you both recognize these from sort of stories. They're salt devils. Salt devils are known as cruel slavers. They tend to take great joy in kidnapping people and forcing them to work in some form or other. They're obviously native to the Nine Hells, but occasionally they find their way into this world and begin taking slaves, trying to bring more of their kind in. And they're largely responsible as well for like kind of some of they try and form up slave markets. It's not a sin to be a slave, but if people like buy slaves from slave devils, or through slave devil proxies, they kind of get a wee grip on their souls, and when they die, they end up in the Nine Hells. And they take great pleasure in working people to death and denying them water, and just causing like long, slow suffering.
Does it seem like the guys we just killed were sort of slaves but made for combat, or how do they?
Oh, the soldiers. Looking them over, they don't look like they look like definitely like servants. Maybe. They basically just look like a Mercutian like desert tribe who perhaps have fallen under the sway of these salt devils. Maybe they've been here for a while. They could be like they look a little like child soldiers almost.
I would like to go around asking Lucian to help me pray for their souls so that they may have peace instead of hell in the afterlife.
Does our prisoner know anything about the place where we're trying to get to?
Well, first we have to see if Gwyneth has tried to slit her throat before you had a chance to. So you want to make a sleight of hand, Gwyneth? Because she one time stonewalled you?
No, I mean, I was kind of contemplating it when he spat at me.
Yeah. Doesn't like you. He's got you all tied up.
I don't like him. I
It's a
will
fucking teenager.
bring the dagger. I will bring the dagger out though, but I won't use.
Yeah.
What did you want me to ask him?
They can't stay here forever. They must have some place to go down at night. Where do they regroup?
Where hide from sun?
Roll a intimidation check. See if she's like nervous enough about you to give out information. 13. Looks at you, kind of like narrows her eyes a little bit and goes, "They take people to the mine when they're not capturing them from the sands."
They take people to a mine that they capture out of the sand?
That's where we need to get.
Yeah.
How do we get there?
You walk, fuckwit.
Where is it? Is more precise.
Where is it located?
Nearby. In the salt fields.
Okay, I'm gonna smack him upside the head with the hilt of the dagger, just enough to, like, I'm not fucking around, but not
Ow!
knock
I
him
literally told you what you wanted to know! The fuck?
out. He's
In broken common, he says, "What the fuck? I was telling her what she wanted to know."
Ah, see,
You
it's
were rude.
common.
Little.
Where is the mine?
That way. Points.
Inside job.
Yep.
Yeah, you reckon she's telling the truth. She's not particularly fond of the idea of dying, isn't overly loyal to the Salt Devils, just scared of them.
Yeah. Okay. What will you do if we let you go?
Fuck off. I mean, I fuck off. I go away.
That seems fairly reasonable.
There's water hidden nearby. I'd be fine. I can show you.
lead us to water and we'll...
No, my water. Fuck off.
We don't need water.
I mean, I was contemplating create food and water, but I didn't in favor of combat spells. But you know,
Yeah, we'll be fine. If it's nearby, we go do the thing. We're out of here. And if this
Pack
person
laden
can
with
make their way
steel
back
and
safely,
gold.
we're alright.
If you could take us to the mines, then we'll let you go.
I can take you close and point out way. You go from there.
fair enough. She probably would be captured. They would be captured. Is it a she or he? I don't care.
It's a little hard to tell. Their heads shaved. They're quite young.
I just said I don't care.
All right.
Nah,
He
no.
asked, and then he's like, "Actually, I
Yeah.
don't."
You asked a question, so I answered it. I don't then care if you care or not.
Fair enough.
Let's leave the salt for the golems, thank you. We don't want to make them weaker.
They feed off the salt. It makes them strong. Yeah, so she's like, I can show you. Point direction. You go that way. I go home. Well, I find somewhere to go. I go to Marquette. Sounds nice.
Do you want some money? I give you. And I give her money.
So you keep breaking up at the actual number.
No, sorry. I give her what's the amount? What's the amount I would know that is okay for a week to survive in a city?
10 gold would be a nice start to someone's life, to be honest.
Yeah, I give it to.
All right, she sees that and it's they're like, holy shit, that's more money than they've probably seen. They don't know that they have much, so and she goes, fuck yes, I show you. Great.
Live a good life. Become a good person.
I be best person ever.
Also, celebrate Vladdy Day.
Fucking Bloody Day in Marquette. Here we go. Let's whatever that is. Yes, great.
It's the day of the Bloody Day Saints.
Great.
No.
Bloody
Hey, can I-
thingy.
No, those are bad ones.
Is there any use in retrieving the remains of the sand devils, or are they just gone?
I mean, they just kind of burst into salt, and
I would like to take the salt.
I mean, you can scrape salt off the cobbles if you want. It doesn't seem any different from regular rock salt. But you can scrape some up if you want. Say you've scraped up some rocks, some devil salt.
Of the ones we killed, does it look like they'd have anything of use to us?
After they kind of exploded, all they left behind was like a scimitar. So there's just 2 scimitars, and they don't look particularly like good scimitars. They're quite heavy, designed for kind of tough, rough fighters.
So tough and rough. Alright, well...
Shall we head off?
I'll put them in the weapon slot of my quiver of a loon, and they now weigh no more than 2 pounds.
Okay, you got these two scimitars. They're kind of a little rough handled, like almost like they scrape your skin just a little bit, but they're perfectly functional.
What about the slave people?
They all had some spears on them, like 5 spears on each. They threw some of them, but they didn't break. 5's a bit much. 3 spears on each, but they're just regular like spears. They're tipped with like shards of salt.
Nah.
They're crap.
So they're just regular spears.
Yeah, I mean they're actually significantly worse than the spears you're used to using.
Water was destroy them.
I don't think we're getting much loot here. Let's just move.
Yeah.
It's
You're looting a race of slave warriors. They're not very well equipped.
Is anyone exhausted? Does anyone need help with that? Anyone? Did he get to anyone?
It got locks in, but it's not too big a deal.
Gwen got the heat exhaustion, but it's like ability checks.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't do like anything combat-wise, I won't.
It's rough if we get to a 2nd level, but for first, it's not too bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys gonna start moving following this this young person, seeing if they can like show you through the salt mines.
Yeah.
Yep.
Once they show us to the salt mines, I'll unbind their hands, I guess.
Yeah, you probably need to unbind it before then. 'Cause moving through the desert without your hands, like it's next to impossible. Because you really need to. Use
Can I give them a lead then?
No, they're fine. If they try and run, you have bows.
Yeah.
You can't get away in the middle of the desert.
There's 2 people on horseback, and you've got a bow. You don't think they're going to try and run, but you can do that if you'd like.
There's nowhere to escape.
I know, but I like the idea of them trying to run and me pulling a noose.
Yeah, I mean they make no attempt to run. They stagger along, kind of going, muttering to themselves in Mercuvial sometimes, Infernal every now and then, and eventually they like crest a rise and they point, and you can see a part where the dunes kind of are split by a shard of rock effectively that sticks out of it, very sheer kind of aggressive rock, and you realize it's rock and salt. It's a big just in the middle of this this desert area, but that is the mines. That is where they make the and then she says in Infernal the word for slave. It's where it makes slaves work.
Is there anything you could tell us about what we can expect in there?
More of gods, more them. Maybe one that escaped you be there too. They have some bad men who work there, cruel men, taskmasters, and the great gods, the great weapons.
Well,
Okay.
I'd rather not have to cut down a load of slaves if we could avoid it. Is there any way in that we could avoid the majority of them so they're not forced into combat?
Shakes her head like only it's a cave, one way in.
I should have said the dust of disappearance. No.
Oh, what was that about Dust of Disappearance that Gwyneth just happens to have from like 18 contracts ago?
Well, that is mightily useful. It only lasts like 2 to 8 minutes. It's not terrific, but it can give us a head start if we really need to. Keep in mind, we're heavy. We still make noise.
So while you guys I'm going to just take a quick break. I'm going to get myself a coffee, I think, and some crisps or something. If anyone wants to go to the bathroom,
Gonna make myself some sarsaparilla.
Gonna make myself some bacon pancakes.